Friend, it's so nice to see you again. You know, when I showed up in town, I was hoping my little job would be easy. I certainly was expecting there to be problems with the guards this early on. It seems Jules might not be able to help given his unlawful predicament, but my new friends seem more than capable. At least I hope so. Between a brutish rogue, a stoic tiefling, and a bottle elf, I'm sure we'll figure something out. But that might have to wait given our cutthroat situation.
Let's begin. It's Merchant's Day in the square, and Kai and Treos and Reese found their way towards the shop of Just Locks, who, while you were there, was arrested for the kidnapping of his niece, Savala. But in the process of trying to escape capture, dropped his necklace, a strange silvery pendant glowing with, as Felix later discovered, chaos magic. As you wandered around his now empty shop, eventually you made your way back out into the mid-evening streets of Selgant towards the guard tower, where you believe Yus is being held. You walked through the alleyways. Kai and Treos, you noticed strange footsteps. The sound of strange footsteps following you, but couldn't seem to pinpoint where they were. At which point, Reese in the lead turns the corner and, with a flash of crimson, is pushed up back against the wall, a silver dagger glinting against his neck. You stare into the softly glowing golden eyes of a red female tiefling as she jabs her dagger and forearm into your neck and said, "Where is the necklace?"
I'm going
That is where we pick up.
I'm going to look down at her, and these like dark crimson eyes that I normally have, you can see kind of like almost look like they start like getting engulfed in flames, as I would like to rage as I look down at her and go, "What necklace?" And I'm going to pull her arm away from my
Probably
neck.
talking about the one that you have in your pocket. You said you wrapped it up,
anything,
and we talked about how.
Before Felix finishes talking, that I just cover up. Like,
I pull her arm away from my neck, and
You could
I'm
try.
going. Okay. What is it? I assume this is an athletics check.
This is going to be a contested strength check.
Okay.
So you roll strength, she'll roll strength.
Okay. 17.
10. So you drag her forearm away from your neck. You see she strains, trying to push, but you can easily pull her away from your neck. Hi, Treos and Felix, as you turn the corner to see this. Though Felix, you already saw it and we're talking, and Treos, you shut Felix up. You see, she's shorter in stature, probably a head and a half shorter than Reese. And her clothing is a weird mishmash of red fabrics and dark leather armor that seems to be strapped in and designed in a way specifically for whatever purposes she needs it to be. At this point, Reese, you pull her arm away from her neck. You are raging.
Mm-hmm.
Are you attacking?
I'm going to attempt to grapple her.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and kind of like do the same thing she did to me, but like try and put her in a headlock almost.
Okay. So, so attempt to grapple her. She's going to attempt to escape your grapple. And at this point, the three of you, are you guys doing anything, or are you just watching?
Well, okay, so you guys should probably put away your weapons, because weapons are how people get hurt. Well, that's, so we probably should just...
Are you still muffled by Treos?
yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to look and see if there are any others. Like if it's just her or if there are others hiding anywhere in the alley, on rooftops, anything.
You don't see anyone else. It's just her. This is a more open street, but you don't really see any movement of anyone. Down at the end of the street is the guard's tower, and there's two way in the distance small figures standing on either side of the door, but they don't seem to have noticed your little scuffle just yet.
I'm sorry.
What did you roll, Reese?
22.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. 22.
I did kind of want to get a good look at her and see if she looks familiar on any of like the posters and such we saw at the tent. Like we may have seen her face somewhere.
She doesn't look familiar at all. You do see a familiar missing child flyer sticking out of one of the pockets in her belt. That's the one.
Okay. In Thieves' Cant, before I let go of Felix, I wanna kind of say off to her. Why do you want the pendant? We were here to help. We were here looking to help. Just.
All right. Well, before she can have a chance to respond, she is effectively, Reese, you are able to turn her dagger back on her, spin her around, and jab her into a headlock. She struggles slightly against it, but otherwise she doesn't try to attack you. She just struggles. But you do see her hand try and go for one of your pockets.
Is it the one with the pendant in it? Because I have it, I would know where it is.
You would know where it is. She doesn't. So she's going for the first pocket she can reach while in this headlock.
Is it?
And no, she does not go for the correct pocket.
But I'm still gonna slap, like, with my other hand, kind of stop her and grab her wrist if I can.
Okay.
So I've got her, and I'm gonna whisper in her ear, who are you? What do you want?
She doesn't understand that thieves can't. So that goes straight through her, but you're speaking in common.
Yes.
And she struggles again a little bit, but after realizing that she won't be able to escape, you just hear her sigh. And then you just hear her sigh, but she says nothing. You feel her hand tug, but
it's just us. Like I don't see anyone else around us besides the people.
Just the five of you.
Okay.
At this point, you see the guards. One of the guards, way down in the distance, seem to peer at what's going on here. He elbows his friend.
I am going to start like shouting like I'm drunk, and being like, "Dude, you're crazy. Dude, you're crazy. Dude, no, you're lying, dude."
All right, roll performance for me.
And I'm gonna pull her out of sight if I can from the guards.
Yeah, you can sink back into the alleyway you came from.
Okay.
That was a 7 look.
Not very good. Also, you're really far away. They probably didn't hear you. So Felix and Treos, you hear Kai go, "Dude, you're crazy. Dude, you're crazy." But other than that, you just see Reese slink back into the alleyway.
Am I still grappled? You said because you
no,
said
I let you go after I said what I said in Thieves' Cant.
Okay. Are you okay? Oh my God! Wow, there's so many things to take care of. What happened to you?
Who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to?
The guy who just suddenly got drunk that I totally bought.
I just need you to be quiet for 5 minutes. I need no talking. I need no whatever it was back there. I need no comments. That includes talking. I just need silence.
Okay,
Okay?
I'm gonna start heading over to the guard.
Who the
I'm
guard?
gonna grab him. I'm gonna grab him by the arm.
Why do you guys keep grabbing me? I don't understand. It's like who are you?
Felix?
I guess you're probably doing it for my own
Felix?
protection because that's, because I'm always told I'm not supposed to wander off places. But like, I just kind of want to see things, Like I've never been here before, and
We kind of look at Felix. I walk over. I walk over to Kai and just grab the other arm. We start walking away with Felix towards where Reese carried off in the shadows. Like, Felix, please, can you just, in a quiet voice, just between us, quiet voice for a little
okay,
bit.
I'll try some breathing exercises.
Good.
As I loudly breathe in and out.
I'm going to repeat to this woman as I've got her in the grapple. Who are you?
Let me go.
No. Answer the question.
You hear a pause, and then she just growls, I'm not trying to hurt you.
She's
I'm
not
not
trying
trying
to hurt us, guys.
I'm not trying to hurt you either. You're the one that put a dagger through my neck.
I'm going to put my arm around Felix. Say, all right, I've got a job for us.
Hey, yeah.
Okay. So, do you like theater at all?
Yeah, I love theater.
Okay.
It's one
Do you
time I
like?
came to town and
Okay, we're gonna act like we're in a theater now.
okay, I tried acting one time.
Yeah. So we're gonna walk out and we're gonna walk past those guards. And remember how I just randomly seemed drunk earlier?
Yeah, well, you were drunk, right?
Yeah, we're gonna act like we're drunk.
Okay. That sounds fun.
Felix,
So
have
I'm
you
just
ever
going to,
gotten drunk before?
No, I have no idea what it's like. Never touched a drop of alcohol in my life. I'm also 15.
anyways, the plan is basically just to walk out of the alleyway and walk past the guards to number one, ease suspicion, and number two, just get Felix far away from this interrogation.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can walk out of the alleyway, your arm slung around Felix Treos. Are you going with them, or are you staying for the interrogation?
I'll look at Kai and says, you got this. You two got this. And we'll let go the other side of Felix and walk over to where Reese is interrogating.
All right. So as you stumble out, slurring your words towards the guards, I'm going to let you re-roll your performance since you got to dip into the alley and take a break. Felix, I'm going to let you roll a performance with disadvantage because you don't know what you're performing. Felix, what'd you get?
I got a 12.
All right, Kai, what'd you get?
The exact same thing as last time.
So
Well, we're walking
ironically,
right past them.
7 again.
Felix's high energy really lends itself to someone who's slightly drunk. He picked up a little bit on what you were trying to do earlier, and Felix, you're still talking fast. You're just sort of slurring your words, and you're just gonna and just you keep up the steady stream of conversation as you go.
Oh man, I'm really drunk. I can't believe how many drinks I had today. Oh wow. I can't thanks for giving me all that alcohol, sir. It's really this has been the best day of my life. Wow. This is so cool. Thanks. You're just so awesome. I've never met you before, and this is my first time ever meeting you. But now we're drunk together.
As you make your way up towards these two guards outside the guard tower door, and Kai, same as before. You're just sort of stumbling along. At this point, you kind of take a backseat, realizing that Felix can easily steal the show on this one. You can just kind of like stumble along with Felix and not really say anything. You just let Felix keep talking. You make your way up and past the guard house.
As we get to the guards, I'm gonna go. Uh, I assume they look at the drunkards who are
Yeah,
walking
they're
around,
watching you. One of them
and
has a real like he's raised his brow. He's just not
I see the
believing
concern on
anything.
his face. And so I'm gonna alleviate him of that. Don't worry, we're not actually drunk. We're just pretending to be drunk to keep you guys from going over that alley over there.
At this point, um, the one who'd been watching, both of them are highly interested now. The one who, the one who had been watching with an extremely incredulous look on his face, had pretty much guessed that you were not quite as drunk as you wanted him to believe. He what's in the alley over there?
Oh, well, my friend, he has this necklace, and the other person was asking about the other necklace.
Necklace.
Yeah.
Cal or Kai is going to just like basically be like dragging him at this point away and just like
Back towards the alley or past the guards?
no, just the opposite direction. Opposite direction.
All right. You're dragging him opposite direction. At this point, the guard sighs, hefts his spear, looks at his companion, and she just kind of shrugs and steps fully in front of the door so that this one guard can, watching you two go, sigh and walk towards the alley where Treos, Reese, and the woman are. But he's
I am
taking his time. He's bored. It doesn't seem there's no shouts or cries. So I will say this performance took a little while. Reese and Treos, you have some time for your interrogation before he gets here.
Would I have heard him or one of the guards say something or hear something about the alley before I walked over to where Reese is?
I was being very loud. I don't know how far away they are, though.
Were you with the so I forget. Were you with the performance or were you back with the interrogation?
No, I was walking over to the interrogation.
Okay, yeah, you wouldn't have heard it. I mean, you would have heard Felix.
Okay, yeah.
You would have heard Felix give you up.
Okay.
Both of you, Reese and Treos and the woman, all heard Felix's wonderful performance.
But we've got some time before that happens, right?
But you have some time. Yes.
Okay.
I believe she had just said that she wasn't trying to hurt you.
Yeah. I'm not trying to hurt you either. You're the one that put the dagger to my throat.
I just want the necklace.
Why?
Let me go and I might tell you something.
You really think I'm going to trust you after you put a dagger to my throat? We haven't even met.
She gives a small, like, puff of dry amusement. Well, to be entirely honest, that's how I meet most of my friends. Now let me go!
I'm going to kind of chuckle and... You just don't know when to quit, do you? If you answer these questions for me, I will let you go. Who are you? What do you want with the necklace? Why is it so important?
My name is Kara. I want the necklace because I want to find the child. I was hired by her parents, and she struggles a little. And you seem to be working with him.
Bruce. I'm gonna ask, are you talking about Juice? The shopkeep?
The uncle? The one who
Yes.
has her? Yes.
Look,
Now,
lady,
let me
I
go.
just rolled into town. I grabbed this necklace because it fell on the ground when he got arrested. I don't know what it does. I don't know why it's important. I just have it.
She juts her chin at Treos. Then why was he talking with him?
Juice had a previous companion that I had dealt with, and I needed to deal with some issues with him. Both of us are going to have a problem with him, but right now, time's of the essence, and I don't think we can really negotiate right now.
You see a small smile as she just shrugs as much as she can in the grapple. I have all the time in the world.
What does the necklace do?
That's what I want to know. But whatever it is, the child's been gone for over a week. I need to find her. And I think the necklace might be able to help me with that, but I can't do anything like this. We had a deal.
Is she actually working for the parents? Or is there like an ulterior
roll
motive for the
insight.
necklace?
Roll insight.
14.
She's working for the parents.
Okay. I'm gonna kind
At
of.
this point, you hear the sound of the guard's footsteps increasingly louder as he's about to turn the corner at this point.
Do I have enough? Is there like another corner we can go around? Or
Not for a
no?
little while. This was a
Okay.
longer alley. There are a couple of doors that jut slightly inwards, but not enough to hide both of you, or all three of you.
I'm gonna say, looks like you don't have all the time in the world. I'm gonna let her go, and as I let her go, I'm gonna put my. Oh, actually, I'm not gonna motion to it, and I'm gonna like push her like away from me.
She's gonna try and not to hurt, not to do lasting damage, but she like elbows you as she shoves herself away.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you see she spins immediately and stares at both of you. At this point, the guard turns the corner and looks at the scene. You two facing off. Treos, you watching a few steps away. Everything okay here?
I'm gonna turn to face the guard and just give it a thumbs up. Not gonna say anything.
He looks at her. Miss, everything okay here? And she flashes him a smile. Everything is just fine, thank you. And he turns with a soft nod, slightly pausing, slightly suspicious, and starts to walk away. But you notice as his footsteps stop a couple feet outside the alley. He's just listening.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna look at Treos and Kara, and I'm gonna like motion towards, I guess, the corner that we could get around to get further from the guard.
Okay. So the one way down at the end.
Yes, so we can put some distance between the guard to continue our conversation.
Okay, yeah, you can wander your way that way. If you move at a slower pace, eventually you imagine he loses interest, or at the very least can't hear what you're saying anymore. You get to the end of this alleyway, and it's a busier main street at the end of it that you would be turning onto. You can also stop and stay in the alleyway. You're pretty far out. You don't think he'd be able to hear you at this point?
I just want to be out of earshot of the guard.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. After a moment, she crosses her arms. So the necklace? Can I see it?
I'm gonna need some more information. I'm a trustworthy guy.
Well, you know everything I know.
Well, why? How do you know that he has the girl?
Fine. You don't know everything I know, but don't expect me to share everything.
I'll pull out the necklace from my pocket with the cloth still wrapped around it, and I'm holding it as close to me as I can, just so
Okay.
she can see it, but I'm not offering it up at all. And if she tries to make a move for it, it's
You see, as you pull it out, her golden eyes flash ever so slightly, and her fingers twitch, but she doesn't move to grab it. It's almost like her immediate instinct was to go for it, but she stops herself. All right. What can I do to let you give that to me?
Probably not a lot, but you can give me some information and we can go from there.
Or you can give me some information and we can go from there.
That's, you know,
What do you
that's
know?
reasonable.
She turns to you, Treos. What do you know about him?
That glimmer in your eyes, the way you saw the necklace. I can't say a thief has to mix that. Well, I only know a little bit. Still kind of new to the town, but I have talked to him at the shop.
You exchanged secret messages. I was there. I saw it. What did he give you?
What did he give me?
He slipped you a blank sheet of paper.
I'm just looking like I pretend like I did. I don't remember that. What did he give me?
She's not believing anything.
I don't know exactly what he gave me. It was an old letter, but I don't know what he's dealing with. He told us about the girls. He didn't tell us if he had them, if someone else had taken them. They were just missing. We're just as much in the dark as you are.
Okay. At your word, she relaxes slightly, uncrosses her arms. She doesn't fully trust you, but she trusts, for the time being, that you weren't working for him. You see her eyes glance back at the necklace first, before she looks back up at you two. Well, if we're going to find the girls, we need to go somewhere quieter. And she's going to turn and walk away.
I'm
Are you
gonna put the necklace back in my pocket and I'm gonna look at Treos. Well, what do you think?
Well, unless you're thinking about a little prison break, we really don't have much to consider right now. So the option's yours.
What about I?
They're just around the corner. I'm sure we can find them.
At this point, we're going to go back to you, Kai and Felix. As you round the corner past the guard's tower, Kai, you dragging Felix as quickly as you can. Felix still maybe talking.
Yeah, I'm
What
just
are you
kind of like
guys
saying
doing?
random things at this point.
What are y'all doing? Are you still acting drunk?
Yeah, I am.
Once I get past the point of the guards,
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably just gonna stop and just be sitting there with my hands in my head, listening to everything that Felix is saying.
Oh man, my head's so woozy. I
Go,
feel like throwing up and also having fun, like doing
Fe-
a
Felix, was it?
keg stand. Yeah.
Okay. Um, can can I be honest with you?
Yeah, of course you can. I don't know why anyone would want to lie in the first place.
Okay. Um, where are you where are you from?
Oh well, I guess, if you want to think about it, like, are you asking like where do I come
So
from, or like where do we all come from, or
so
like,
so I'm going to give you a challenge here.
okay,
So every single question that I ask you, the
uh-huh,
answer cannot be more than 10 words.
okay.
So, are you from here?
What is here? That's 3 words. Oh wait, I just said some more words. Oh no, I think I went over the 10. I think I went over the 10 word limit now. Okay, wait, no, let me try that again. Okay, where is here?
This town.
I've never been here in my life.
Okay, that was a good answer right there. You see that?
Thanks. I think I was pretty excited about that one. I think I actually, I put that one. Okay. But you
Hang
just
on.
said questions. You didn't say anything about talking otherwise.
Yes, but I'm going to ask you more questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Where are your parents?
Well, that's a great question. They're probably back at the college.
Are your parents professors?
Well, my dad, that Alinar, I don't know if you know him, but he lives in Mulhessen. And he runs the he runs the school there. Well, he doesn't really run the school. He's just kind of like he helps run the school. Yeah.
And then you talked about Bart.
Yeah.
Is he a friend?
Oh, he's kind of like my grandpa, except instead of being like related to me, he's not.
Okay.
And also he's my teacher.
Awesome. And he is from Saarloon?
Uh, yeah, he's from Saarloon.
And is that where you are from?
That's where I came from out of the bottle. Yeah.
So, hang on. You came out of the bottle in Saarloon, or you went into the bottle in Saarloon and came out here?
I come out and I go in and out of the bottle a lot, but I usually always just end up back in Saarloon, but this time I didn't, I guess.
Why do you go into the bottle?
Because that's where all my things are. Here,
So
let
that
me show you. And I'm going to take the bottle and uncork it, and in like almost like a whirlpool, he like spins into the bottle and disappears. And the bottle just tink 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 onto the ground.
You
I'm
are
going
now
to
in a very blissfully quiet alleyway with a singular purple potion bottle on the ground.
I'm going to put the cork on the bottle.
The cork seems to have already the bottle has almost corked itself before
I'm
you even
going
got there.
to uh going to take a bit of rope and see if I can find a way to just tie it off.
You can. The thing about the cork is it's hard to fully just tie down onto the bottle. After a little finagling, you can wrap the rope over the top of the cork and down to the bottom of the bottle and sort of tie it at the bottom. Or you can try the Christmas present style cross wrapping it. It's not gonna stop anyone who really wants to open the bottle, but it does secure it a little more than it was.
I'm just gonna good enough, and I'm gonna go start looking for Reese and Theos.
Yeah, absolutely. So you make your way. You're not entirely sure where to look at first. Are you going back towards the guard tower in the alleyway? Are you going back to the main road? Where do you think they're heading?
I'm going back to where I saw them last. I'm not gonna try and walk by the guards. I'm gonna try and like go the back way to get there.
Yeah, it takes you a little longer, but you can find a little roundabout way to get back to the alleyway where you were. At this point, Treos and Reese, Kara mentioned that she wanted to go somewhere quieter and walked away. Are you following? Are you staying in the alley to wait for your friends? What are you doing?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Is Kara gone or is she waiting for us?
She's just walking, I think.
She takes a few steps out and then seemingly disappears into the crowd. You don't know if she's staying around and waiting. You don't know if she's just leaving. You don't think she would just leave, not after her intense desire to have the necklace. You are quite certain that she's going to want to talk more, but you don't know if she stayed or left right now.
I think I think Reese would follow her.
Okay.
He wait a
Okay.
beat and then go.
Um, Treos would have just assumed that Rai, that Kai and Felix have managed to go somewhere else or maybe catch up at some other point in the town.
Okay.
So I kind of tail slightly behind Reese, just kind of maybe skewed on the side, not directly following behind him.
Yeah, you see as you tail slightly behind Reese, you see a figure detach itself from where she was just leaning, waiting in a nearby doorway. She pushes off and strides next to Reese. At this point, Kai, you with the time it took you a little longer to track back, but also they had the whole interrogation, all the interaction with the guard and everything. So you see right as they start making their way down, you're at the end of the street, but you do see the figures of your friends, and you can hustle if you want to. You can follow along behind, just watching. Up to you. You can
I'm
easily
gonna
catch
go.
up.
I'm gonna catch up with them.
Okay, yeah, you catch up with them. You see Treos trailing a little behind and a little to the right of the pair that is Reese and Kara walking up ahead.
I'm gonna say.
There's no Felix in sight.
I'm just gonna say. What have we learned?
You're talking to me? I guess since you're behind.
Either one of you.
Right. We might have another friend helping us out. She says she's working with the family of one of the missing girls.
Okay.
That and just might be not who we think he is. Not just a humble shop owner.
Okay. I will distract Felix again when he pops back up. Um, I didn't have the heart to just leave him behind, though.
I see. He he's in the bottle.
Yes.
Well, that's gonna take some getting used to. Okay.
At least we get our quiet moments.
Yes, we'll enjoy while it lasts.
At this point, as you wander down the streets of Selgant, the sun has dipped fully behind the horizon, and you're just you make your way down the darkened streets, following the turns that Kara makes as she moves this way and that. It's getting darker and people are starting to go back into their homes, but eventually you come upon the one tavern in the area called the Starlit Stew Pot. You see the sign hanging or overhead, drifting slightly in the breeze, and after a moment of just taking a breath, Kara opens the door and gestures. After you.
Thank you, friend. And I walk in, I guess, first.
All right. As you make your way into the tavern, you are assaulted with loud chatter and noise. It seems that everyone who wasn't on the streets has collected into this tavern. There's raucous music playing in the corner. The delicious smell of meats and stews reach your nose, and you realize that you haven't actually eaten in a while, and your stomach grumbles a bit. You see servers moving between the tables as people have pushed chairs up together into larger groups, or people are gathered in small groups in the corner. There are empty tables here or there wherever you want to be situated, but there's also space at the bar. As you step in, a server pauses and looks over. I welcome to the Starlit Stew Pot. Take a seat wherever you want. I will be over to take your order in a bit. And then they hustle off, clearly hurried. They're juggling a bunch of different dirty dishes and trays, and people are shouting orders. Does anyone else step in past Treos? Kara just
I
raises an eyebrow and holds the door open wider.
I am going to go to the bar, see if I can just get a ale, and then join back.
Yeah, you can easily get a nail. Probably be 2 copper. They slide it over to you, and then you can make your way back over to Treos. Are you guys sitting down, finding a seat, standing up? There's also standing spaces around the corner of the room. There's a little area where people seem to be doing a little jig along with the dance or just swaying to the music. Wherever you want to go.
Before we try and find a seat, or just before we start talking, is there anyone else that's wearing similar gear to Kara in the tavern?
So there's a variety of attire here. It ranges anywhere from just plain workers' clothes, tunic and trousers, to some of the guards are still in their armor, just helmets, a shoe. You don't see anyone with specifically the patchwork strap belted leather getup of Kara. You don't really see anyone who necessarily resembles maybe a group she might be working with.
Okay. Well, everyone, I guess here, might as well break the ice a little bit, get to know each other, and get to know how screwed we are in this situation we're in. Anyone care to take a seat?
Well, you have to step foot into the establishment to take a seat first. Kara stares at you, Reese.
I was always raised ladies first. And I'm going to gesture for her to walk into the bar in front of me.
All right. She is going to pass you. Remind me what your passive perception is?
11. But I am keeping an eye on that pocket where the necklace is.
Okay. You see, as she brushes past you, her hand drifts towards your pocket. But you're able to just
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, she was trying to filch it.
That's why I'm like, go ahead, because I'm not letting her in front of me. I am keeping an eye on that necklace. That is the only thing of importance to me right now. And her, of course.
Mm-hmm. You're able to either shift away or stop her hand before it goes for the necklace. But yeah, she just, you hear like a slight her grumble under her breath, and she walks back in.
Give a little smirk.
She nods at the barkeep, and the barkeep almost immediately just slides over a jug of ale, and she hefts it, moves to the corner. Are you looking for a seat? Are you looking to stand? She's going to go stand in the corner, but there are seats if you'd rather.
Is there a quiet place that we can go sit, or is it like...
There's not a quiet corner in this entire tavern.
That's what I thought. I'll go over to stand near her.
Okay.
Facing her. I want to be like...
Yeah.
Before walking over with Reese, I kind of just tell him, all this adventuring and crime solving, mystery, it's really getting on me. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Talk amongst yourselves, okay? And I just head out just to have as much quiet as I can. And I want to look at the letter that I got.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're heading out of the tavern or deeper into the tavern?
If there's a bathroom or something in the tavern.
Yeah, there's a bathroom.
I'll head over there, see if I can find a private stall or something, and look at the letter.
Yeah, you can weave your way through the crowd. Excuse me if I could just... And you move behind some of people to the bathroom. There's not a huge line, but someone comes out right as you're coming up, and you can slip inside the bathroom. The door does close, and it muffles it a bit.
Okay. Before I go in the bathroom, do I notice like anyone, I guess, that was following me into the bathroom?
No one's following you. No one seems to be paying you much notice. Mm-hmm. If only a few strange glances, because they don't see many lion humanoids in the area. But other than that, you don't seem to notice anyone following you. If
Okay.
they are, they're doing it very well.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can slide into the bathroom, lock the door behind you. It muffles a little bit of the noise, but some of the music and raucous laughter still seeps through, but it's a lot quieter. It's a tiny little box space with a hole in the ground, but better than nothing. And as you can pull out the letter, it seems to be you unfold it and it is a blank sheet of paper. That being said, it seems to have been ripped from something, a book, a journal, a something. Roll an investigation check for me. Oh no. What'd you
It's
get?
possible to get less than 1. I rolled a 1 and I have a minus in investigation.
Oh. It is a blank page. You're not entirely sure. You're not sure if he gave you the wrong sheet of paper, if it just you have no clue. Does he give you the wrong sheet of paper? Is there some secret to this paper? Is it some sort of strange other metaphorical message that he's trying to pass you? You have no clue. You also know that you remember him telling you that that was not a place to talk and that you needed to talk somewhere else. And you know that the information he had definitely would not have fit on a scrap of paper. The information you were told he had would not have fit on a scrap of paper this small. So you can make some cognitive jumps to assume what you would like to have been on this piece of paper, but you don't find anything.
Okay. That knife and cloth I got earlier, I kind of just want to take that out, just look over the knife a little bit, see if there's any special engravings, symbols, stuff like that.
The knife itself, it's a beautiful silver knife with a strange carving into the handle. No symbols, no language necessarily, but it almost seems open, like an open coil of metal, and inside the metal, sort of rattling around in the handle, is a small orange and yellow stone, a small citrine stone, and it shakes as the handle moves around. But the dagger itself just seems to be a normal dagger. It's a little dull, but it's in perfect condition, so you can't really tell how old it is. The cloth, as you look at it, like before, in this low light, it shimmers and ripples as you turn it around in your hands.
Did the shimmers on the cloth doesn't look like anything written, anything that looks.
It's more like
random.
It's woven into the actual fabric of the cloth, like it was woven as this item was created. Like there was some sort of magic that was connected with the threads as they created and loomed this cloth. It's not necessarily words.
Yeah. I just kind of look down back at the note and the knife and just wonder how did I get myself into this situation. Like, this is just gonna be a simple job. This is gonna okay. Just kind of compose myself, a couple slaps on the faces, and then put everything back up, put it in my pockets, and walk out of the bathroom to meet up with everyone.
As you walk out of the bathroom, you see a small line has formed outside the bathroom. Give him a nod, and then you can go back to the corner where you see Kara propped up against the wall, staring at Reese, who is staring. It's just kind of in a silent staring contest. Who blinks first? At this point, Kai, what have you been doing this whole time?
Drinking.
Yep. You quickly finished one. You can go back and get another.
Yeah, not a crazy amount, but definitely more than you should while being in this serious of a situation.
But we all have mechanisms.
Exactly. So I'm going to go get a second one. So I'll charge another 2 copper.
Um,
You definitely felt the bottle rattle a few times.
as you pick up
After
you feel the bottle.
after the second one, after my second drink, I will go outside and open up the bottle, or let it open up.
The bottle rattles around and then opens up, and out comes Felix.
Hi, I think I got stuck in there or something. I've never had that happen to me before, but it's just kind of weird. I don't know. Weird like little mishap, I guess. I don't know what happened with the potion bubble there. But yeah.
Yeah. I'll catch you up with what's going on. Uh, Reese and Treos are in there talking with the lady from earlier. And we're
Right.
just gonna wait
Okay.
out. We're just gonna wait out here.
Oh, but they could probably use our help. I'm pretty good at talking to people.
Yeah, but they know more than we do right now because we weren't there. So
Okay, well, in that case, let me show you everything that I brought out with me. Okay, so first of all, we have so I have this chalk. I like to draw things with it, and I'm gonna hand it I'm gonna hand it over to you.
I'm gonna eat it. I'm kidding.
And then I have this, and I pull out a shawm, um, which is it's a musical instrument that's like it looks a little bit like an oboe, and he's going
I'm just
to
gonna.
start playing it,
Uh,
clearly not knowing how to play, and it's more just like a
uh, Kai was getting ready to ask you if you played and was reaching for his lute, and then just like slowly like puts his hand back once he hears you play.
yeah. I'm learning to pick it up, sort of. Like I started to pick it up, and then I got distracted. Um, but I'll probably learn how to play it someday. And then I've got these, and he's gonna start to hand you this bag, probably about yeah, I don't know, like the size of like it's a pretty sizable bag. But he's gonna drop it, and probably about 200 ball bearings are gonna scatter all across the ground. Oh man, this is okay. Give me a second. I think I got to go pick these up. So I'm just gonna, and then he's gonna start picking them up and get distracted by after about 15, that he's put back in the bag, and then just leave the rest of them on the ground.
You've officially created dangerous terrain. At this point, you
Kai is
notice
just
that
going
it's
to.
fully night, and Felix is scrambling around on the ground, picking them up. What are you gonna say?
Kai is just going to fully just be looking at that second ale and just be like,
You tilt it up, see that there's like a singular drop left.
I'm going to contemplate going to get a third one, but I don't want to leave Felix unattended or give Felix a reason to go in there. So I'm just gonna sit there, content, or trying to be content with 2 ales.
All right. Well, you sit there mourning the loss of a third ale. Treos, you make your way back towards where Kara and Reese are standing. Kara jabs her chin at you. Well, your friend is back, so now we can talk.
I thought you said we were going to a quieter place.
This is quieter.
Like, look around. Oh, okay. Well, give me some information.
What do you want to
Why-
know?
Why do you think that he's the one, or why do you know that he did it? How do you know he did it?
She pauses as she considers exactly what and how much to tell you. I was hired by her parents. They wanted they knew the limits of an officially sanctioned guard force. Could only do so much. And her parents wanted someone with actual experience who could go a little behind the rules, behind the law, to find her. Their job is to find who took her. My job is to find her. I know ask anyone, and he considered her his daughter as much as she was his niece. And I don't know why he would take her. I don't know where he would take her. But I know he took her. And if that necklace belongs to him, then it might have a clue. It might lead us to something. Anything, even the smallest thing, could give us something about where she is. Because right now, he is not talking.
What do you know about chaos magic? I'm going to say that
You see...
Wyatt, so that she's the only one that hears that.
Mm-hmm. You see her eyes flash just briefly before she shifts and clears her throat. The same as much of anyone around here. I've never seen any of it. Chaos magic. This is Megan talking. Chaos magic is basically a long, ancient, forgotten type of magic. Everyone knows what it is, but it was many, many years ago. Disappeared from the earth. There's different theories, and as Kara talks, she talks about how there's a legend that the legend of... Oh, sorry, let me pull up notes. There's a legend of Rohrmar, who was the god of chaos long before the gods we know today existed. Back when he was on our plane, he was unstoppable. And then one day he disappeared, and so did chaos magic. I know people talk quietly of remnants that still exist of chaos magic, but I've never seen it. What does chaos magic have to do with her?
After hearing her talk about chaos magic, does that ring any bells for me?
Couple very, very distant bells. It's everyone knows the story of how chaos magic used to wreak havoc across these lands, but it was thousands of generations ago. You have been searching long and far for reasons behind certain things and events in your life for a long time, that it was inevitable that chaos magic was one of the theories that went through your head at some point. You never disproved it, you never proved it. It's just one of those possibilities. No one really knows what chaos magic can do. It can do anything when harnessed right, and no one's been able to harness it in a long time. No one's had enough of it to harness in a long time.
And then I will respond to her. I think it has more to do with her than you think. The necklace.
Her eyes flash to your pocket. She leans forward. Can I see it? Please.
You already saw it in the alley.
She's not happy. But she's just gonna lean back and sip her drink. Treos, what are you doing during all this?
Yeah.
I guess during the whole little conversation, watching her carefully, see she's, I guess, plotting to like reach, like her reaction is she tries to reach for the necklace, or is maybe watching someone, like her eyes darting to someone else across the tavern and such, like signaling to them.
Oh, okay. You don't see her seeming to signal anyone, though she has positioned herself so she has a good eye on everyone in the tavern. You do see a couple times her hand flinches towards his pocket with the necklace, but she never goes fully for it. She learned her lesson.
How can I help you? You've given me a lot of information without giving you the necklace.
Well, if you won't give me the necklace, then I go where you go. And I hope you may go where I go. I plan to investigate tomorrow. Now that we know it was Just who stole her. I want to talk to people. He has a house in town. I want to go there. And I want the necklace with me.
I'm gonna pause. We'll reconvene in the morning, and after I talk to my friends, and we'll go from there.
She nods ever so slightly. I'll find you. And then, as you watch, you see... Treos, you would see this first. At first, it's unnoticeable, but a small tendril of red smoke comes up from her feet, and as you watch, it twists up her body, engulfing her, and then you blink, and in the next moment, she's gone.
First thing I do is I instinctively check my pocket for the necklace.
It's still there.
Okay.
Well, Reese,
Drink.
you want a drink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can head over to the counter. As you walk up, the barkeep turns towards you, frazzled. Can I get you something?
Just an
Two
ale.
drinks. Okay, I'll have them right up. And she pulls out, pours 2 ales, slides them across, turns away. Can I help you with something? And makes her way down the line, leaving you to enjoy the raucous noise of the tavern. The music in the corner has settled to a softer sort of end of night hum. Your other companions are outside. What do you do?
Are there open tables kind of away from the biggest part of the crowd?
Sure, there's a couple tables in various corners. There's one a little closer to the entrance off to the side. All the booths are taken, but there are smaller round tables that could easily fit you and Treos, you and your whole party. People are getting up and going and coming, so there's a steady stream of if you wanted to snag an empty table in a as quiet as you could find part in the tavern, you could.
I'm gonna go back up to the bar, grab one more ale, and then
Okay.
stick my head out to grab Kai and Felix.
You see Kai sitting there on the steps of the tavern, almost as if he would have his head in his hands if he could, just waiting, and Felix scrambling across on the ground over metal balls rolling everywhere.
He stopped after about like 15 to 20 balls, and he has now gone to leaving probably about 180 balls scattered across the ground. He's not going to pick them up. He's moved on to this next thing where he goes, and this, of course, is my this is from my best friend. She gave me this letter. Well, actually, I haven't seen her in a long time. But yeah, so that's what I have.
Do I see this when I walk out?
Felix, does he see this when he walks out?
I'm not hiding it. I'm being very show and tell right now.
It's low lighting, so you can make out a sheet of paper with what looks to be it's an old, crumpled, slightly torn in the corner sheet of paper with what looks to be two stick figures holding hands, and in the bottom corner is some sort of letterhead seal. You can't get a close look at it, but you can get close enough to kind of see the shapes.
I'm gonna hand Kai the ale I just bought.
I'm gonna take it and drink it very quickly.
Hey, let's come back in and talk.
Oh, we can go in. Okay, he said that I wasn't allowed in, but I guess that's pretty exciting now.
Yeah, they
That's not
lifted.
what I said. I said that we just weren't needed inside.
Well, you said that I wasn't allowed to like distract him or whatever.
That is not what I said, but
Okay, I'm gonna bound my way into the bar.
I am going to chug my ale that I just purchased,
Felix,
and I'm
this is unlike any place you've ever been. It is
Wow.
wow, loud and noisy and raucous, and it's pretty cool.
What's the
hey,
coolest looking person that I see?
hey Felix. Before he even does that, I'm gonna. Hey Felix, you see Treos over there on that at the table in that corner?
Yeah.
He had something really cool he wanted to show you. Why don't you go over
Oh,
there and he'll
exciting.
show it to you?
Okay. What's the coolest person that I see?
You were looking around for the coolest person. There are quite a few cool figures. In the back corner, swaying along to the music, you see a large, hulking minotaur figure with huge, towering horns, um, and then in another corner, just sort of sitting, you see a couple of hooded figures. One of them looks up, and you see kind of a strange tattoo going down one of their faces. You see a weird serpentine-like shape moving around towards the back, and then a various assortment of other townsfolk who you don't recognize but seem perfectly nice. Treos also looks pretty cool. You know, you were looking for a cool person, and then you were told that Treos has something really cool, but it's up to you.
So I'm gonna start beelining my way towards Treos as I was told. But then about halfway through, I'm gonna get kind of distracted as I see those guys look at me. I'm gonna make my way start making my way over that way.
Okay. Treos, you see as Felix starts walking towards you, and then starts makes a sharp left towards a booth of a bunch of hooded, dangerous-looking figures hunched over their mugs, talking quietly in one of the back corners.
I see Felix get ready to just bombard me. I drink as much ale as I could before, and as soon as I put my mug back down, I see him switch directions immediately and head over to the table. I'm just mumbling to myself, "Oh no, 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 no!" And that's when I get up and just start making my way over to him.
It's a heavy crush, so you start making your way over to him, but Felix is small and Felix is fast, and Felix, you're able to get right up to the table, and as you get closer, you see one of the figures. You see them just like, and they stop talking, and
Hi
three
guys,
heads turn towards you.
my name is Felix, and I was just gonna say I really think that your tattoos are kind of cool. I was always told that you're not supposed to get a tattoo. Um, but they said that I'm not old enough. But I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of like art. One time I was trying to get into like art. That's why I have this chalk right here. And I used to like draw on the ground and stuff. But you guys kind of like drew on your skin. That's so cool. What is it drawings of?
The one closest to you opens their mouth, and all you hear is a small, low, like, come out as they just stare at you.
I don't know that language, but I do speak Goblin. I took that one time. Well, it's only like a little bit of Goblin. Here, let me try. Okay,
At this
it's
point,
like
Treos appears behind you.
hi, but this is all in Goblin. My name is
Uh,
Felix.
mm,
I am 15 years old.
I just put my
My
hand on Felix. I was like,
birthday
all right,
is
Felix, thank you. Hey guys, sorry friends. This is my friend. This is my one of you guys over here. Felix, you guys see your totem. He just saw you guys interesting. Saw your tattoos. That's all you want to do. Just say hi. Felix,
I just
can
wanted
you?
to say hi, and then
Right. Felix, not everyone needs to talk all that much or get to know a little bit of story, but it's nice to be friendly. Okay. Let's head back to the
well,
table real
yeah,
quick.
these
I
seem
want
like
to show you
nice guys.
something
You guys are
cool.
nice guys, right? You don't. Oh, okay.
Felix,
I
I'll
guess we're
show you
going.
guys
Okay,
something cool.
bye. I'll see you. I'll see you later.
Their eyes follow you back to the table. Their strange, black, veiny, like tattoo creeping up their face as they watch you go, but they turn back to their meal.
Oh, the hairy guy said that you had some information for me, or you said you had something like really, really, really cool that you wanted to show me. What is it?
Hairy guy. What?
Yeah, him. And I point to Reese.
Who is now sitting
Yeah.
at the table with a nail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was
I have gotten multiple more drinks and food. I put one in front of Treos as soon as he sits down, and I just start eating my food.
I've already gotten me a fourth. I will charge myself as well there.
How much is
What
it
do you
for
guys-
a meal?
It's 2 copper per drink. It's going to be 1 silver a meal.
What are you guys drinking?
Spicy, you wouldn't like it.
I feel like I could probably handle it.
It's
I was
alcohol. It's alcohol. Okay.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
pretty good about pretending to be drunk, but like
You're good
I
about
could
pretending to
just
be
you
drunk.
have a
you
sip.
are
We don't want to
underage.
know when you're actually drunk.
It is illegal
At this
for you
point-
to drink.
A server appears at the at your table. Hey, can I help you? Can I get you anything while you're
I
here? I
want
see you already have
one-
food, drinks.
I
You
want
gentlemen,
one
can I get you
ale,
something?
please. I also
No,
don't have
he-
any money though.
He is 15. Do not serve him ale.
Well, I mean, if you look over there, the workers over there are coming at the age of 12 and start drinking. So you know what? It's really not a big deal.
Dude, do you have
Yeah, it's not a big
non-alcoholic?
deal. You hear that?
Allergic.
Why don't I bring y'all some waters for the table?
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's fine.
I will be right back with those. Give me just one moment. And she disappears, comes back carrying a tray of waters, sets them down. There's a little like umbrella sort of thing in Felix's, and she puts it down in front of him.
Whoa, this is the
Yeah,
coolest
it's
drink
like
I
a
have
sippy cup
ever
version.
seen.
And then she wanders away with a, if you need anything else, just flag me down. I'll be walking around, but let me know. And disappears.
They gave me an umbrella in mine, so
Oh, well, aren't you lucky, Felix?
I sure am. Why didn't you think they? I'm so sorry. You didn't get umbrellas in yours. I'm gonna go ask them for umbrellas just to make sure that.
Please
No,
don't.
Felix,
I don't want.
no,
I
Felix.
asked for no umbrella.
It's one umbrella
Oh.
for all of us, and you got one.
Oh.
That's good luck for everyone.
Okay, here. We can share my umbrella, I guess. Here you go.
No, Felix, that's yours right now. You hold on to it.
Yeah, Felix, that's yours. You got the lucky umbrella.
But it's not fair that I got the lucky umbrella and you guys didn't get umbrellas.
Felix, if you're lucky, we're all lucky.
Okay.
I am then going to tell Treos, Kai, and Felix everything that Kara told me. Basically just rehashing our conversation and what I learned, and then bringing up the fact that she said wherever she goes, she wants us there because she wants the necklace there.
I mean, she'd probably just give the necklace back if you let her hold on to it, though. She just wants to take like a little look. I mean, well, okay, I totally forgot though. That's your dad's necklace, right?
Not my granddad's necklace.
Your granddad's necklace. Oh, that's so cool. Then why does she want it? And why does she think it has anything to do with the girl?
I guess it's magical, and maybe the magic has some ties to it. I don't know. I didn't really fully follow.
All right, I'll ask her about it when I'll ask her about it when we see her tomorrow.
We won't. Don't mention that it's my granddad's. It's a secret, okay? Like, she doesn't know it's my granddad's.
Okay, so I'll just ask her why she wants the necklace.
Yeah.
Cool.
Felix, do you want to show us some more stuff from your bottle?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay. And I'm going to reach into the pouch that I had because I had put a lot of show and tell items into my pouch. Let's see. I have a ton of things. What do you want to see? I have
Do you want to go? Actually, do you want to go drop them off in your bottle?
oh, I can't.
What?
I already did that today. I can only go once a day.
Okay, that's that's all good, all good. Um,
Yeah.
is it all right then, Felix, if we just have a conversation, the three of us minus you, and you just sit there and listen?
No problem. I'll just go find Bart. I'm going to get up and start walking out.
Oh, hey, Felix, did I ever show you something cool?
No, you said you had something, or
Right.
he said that you had something. Yeah.
All right, sit down. I want to show you this. And I pull out a deck of
Okay.
cards that I had in my coat, and I start taking out the cards, start shuffling them, doing different kinds of tricks with them, showing off to Felix. And
Oh, that's
when
so cool.
I get to one where it's doing the London Bridge, where you just like pull the cards apart and let them fall into place.
Yeah.
Felix, look, I want to see if you can do this. You seem to
Oh,
be.
great. Yeah, absolutely. I can totally do that. Can I make an attempt to also do all these card tricks?
Roll a dexterity check.
And while he's doing that, we're gonna start talking.
That's a 15.
You know, it's not. Some of the tricks are a little easier than others. You've played cards before. You can definitely shuffle them and do the part of the shuffling. You try some of the other tricks. Every now and then, a card will just fly out of your hand. Usually just to the floor next to you. You can pick it up, but some of them go every which way. At some point, you try the tower, and they just kind of fall. A couple of them fly out and hit some other people who turn around and glare, but you're able to scoop back up again and you try again. Because that was a really cool trick and you really want to try it.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get so good at this until I do it for about 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna get bored.
Cool. So we got
Perfect. So
10
you guys
minutes to
have
have a
10, 15 minutes.
conversation. Okay, so what are we thinking about Laura?
I don't know. This feels like more than I signed on to do. I just happened to be in that tent. I don't know. I think we let the people who are being paid to do this do their thing and we go our own way.
What were you doing in that tent? Both of you.
Just looking.
Shopping around, really. I needed something new since I just got here. I was hoping to find, I don't know, something to help me out, but the shopkeeper wasn't able to help us.
Oh, the shopkeeper's a criminal, so apparently so.
So what I'm hearing is that we got a free shop then.
Does she want to work with us or does she just want it for her own investigation?
She was hired by Sava's parents to investigate her disappearance because and as she said, the limitations of a government funded guard are high. So her parents wanted someone who could avoid those limitations. So they hired her. She doesn't know why the necklace is connected, but she believes it is.
I say we propose to work with her.
I think
My
so.
conscience is not letting me leave this.
She's willing to cooperate. Until she gets the necklace, I don't know. I am kind of scared. She might just leave us as soon as we give it to her.
The thought of this magic falling into unknown hands worries me.
Well, it was already in bad hands.
And we're only slightly better.
As far as I know, I haven't kidnapped any children, so
I just kind of glance over at Felix to see how's he going, how's he doing with the playing
he's doing
cards.
card tricks.
Okay then,
I'm
so
in.
tomorrow, we head out, see if we can do anything at the house.
She said she'd find us, so
Fair enough.
Well, I guess that does. I guess that does it. I don't know. Not how I thought this day was going.
me either.
I
Yeah.
just wish we were getting paid for it.
I just wish we got to do a little bit more shopping.
Well,
I just wish I could get this dang card trick to work.
as soon as he says
I-
that, I'm gonna go to bed.
I'll get a room for me and Felix.
Okay. That's good because I don't have any money.
It's all right. How much is? I'll go inquire the innkeeper. How much is a room?
I have a tent though. I could just sleep in the tent outside.
Well, we only have a couple rooms left, but the rooms are about Golden Night. When we're this busy, merchant night and all that.
Is just two beds in there? How many beds in each room?
Just one.
Just the one?
Not exactly a castle here.
Yeah, I'll just take one room.
One room it is. And she grabs your coin and slides over a key. Yeah.
And I will let Felix get the bed, and I will sleep on the floor.
As you head back to the table, Treos and Reese, you are finishing up the last of your drink. Reese, you go to take a sip of your drink, and a card flies and hits you in the nose and drops into your drink with a plop. And you take that as your signal to stand up and go to bed. Treos, you can try and gather as many cards,
Yeah,
soggy, dirty, trodden, as you can.
I'll pluck the one card out of the drink, gather up the other ones I can, and get my room, call it a night as well.
Before you go, you'll notice a little mumble under his breath, and your cards are clean, pristine. I'm casting prestidigitation.
Kind of look them over, start shuffling them back in. I'm like, these look brand new. Okay, just put them back in the pack, tuck them away.
Alright. As you all make your way above, I imagine you all are staying here in the tavern. There are available rooms. So as you all make your way back up the stairs of the Starlit Stew Pot, you settle in for the night. The beds are creaky and slightly uncomfortable, but not the worst. They're beds at the very least, except for you, Kai. And you fall asleep to the soft chatter below of the still busy tavern. The night is quiet outside your windows, waiting to see what's going to happen tomorrow. And before you know it, you're blinking awake, sitting up in bed, stretching, stiff. It's early in the morning. There's no shades on the windows, so the sunlight wakes you as soon as it rises. A quick glance outside will tell you no one's quite up yet, but the soft smell of meats and eggs and cooking various breakfast foods drifts up and draws you all out of your rooms, yawning, stumbling down the stairs. The main room of the tavern is quiet. Only two other figures sit at various tables at opposite sides of the room. As you come down, you see a singular figure sitting at a table near the entrance. And Kara looks up, scans all of you. All right. who's ready for an investigation. And that is where we are going to take our break.